So, hello, everybody.
Hello.
Okay, this is so exciting. Um, First, let me thank you all just for making me feel so comfortable sitting at the head of the table with two of the most smartest people ever, Dr. Katz and our chair, Jose. Um, so, let me start by saying I hereby call this meeting to order of the Community Relations Committee of the Board of Directors of NYC Health and Hospital for Tuesday, February 6, 2024. Could you believe that?
Mm.
2024. But I also want to start on a sad loss for Health and Hospital. I just want to talk about a sad loss for Health and Hospital. As we begin another CRC meeting, let us pause for a moment of silence for Mr. Robert Nolan and Vanessa Pinero. Board member Bob Nolan and Vanessa Pinero. Let us pause for a moment of silence. Thank you. Board member Bob Nolan, also chair of the Community Relations Committee, passed away on Friday, December 15th. Bob's life of public service is beautifully detailed in the Congressional Record dated December 9th, 2008, in a tribute entered by Honorable Jose E. Serrano following his retirement from the Bronx Borough President office, which spanned over 4 decades of service under the borough presidents Stanley Simon Ferrero, Ferrero, Ferrero. And and I know these people, so I got to say this name right, Adolphian Carrion. Following his retirement, he was appointed by Mayor Michael Bloomberg and the NYC Council in June 2011 as a member of the Board of Directors for the New York City Health and Hospital Corporation as City Council designee for the borough of the Bronx. And a lot of you knew him, and he did a wonderful, wonderful job. And he is missed. And moving forward, he will be missed. Elvis Cab liaison Vanessa Pinero passed away on December 28th, 2023. Vanessa was a true community leader and was always willing to go the extra mile in her role as cab liaison at Belvis. She will greatly be missed by all of us who worked closely with her. And you all that know her or knew her will truly not forget her. And we were fortunate to have her here at Health and Hospital. So God bless and may they both rest in peace. I now call a motion to adopt the minutes of the November 14th, 2023 meeting.
Yes.
Jose, Chair. Dr. Katz? Okay. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The minutes are adopted. Scheduled to present annual verbal report this evening are the following cabs. Most of them are all my favorite following cabs. NYC Hospital Carter, NYC Health and Hospital Gotham, Health in East New York, NYC Hospital Kings County, NYC Health Hospital Queens, NYC Health Hospital Woodlawn. I now turn the meeting over to one of my favorite doctors, Dr. Katz, for his remarks.
Well, thank you, Madam Chair, and we're so happy to have you chairing this. I think it's great. There's a written report. I'm more interested in spending the meeting talking about our hospitals and our clinic practices, so I'm not going to read the whole thing. I will touch on some highlights. We're very proud of our Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Michelle Allen, who was voted among the 2024 Black Power players list. She has had an amazing career and continues to blaze a trail of goodness throughout health and hospitals. We are one of the few, if perhaps only, public system that provides abortion care through a virtual system. So people can call, get the care that they need, and we mail the medications to them. We have a podcast called Remedy. It seems everybody has a podcast, so why shouldn't we have a podcast? We have introduced a new tool, and I'll be interested as time goes on what you hear from patients, or if you're a patient yourself. We use Find Help so that, for example, when I see my patients at Gouverneur, if they check that they have any social need, food service, housing, transportation, my aide will automatically print out from Find Help, community-based organizations and other services that they can get near their home to address those needs. We did at Woodhall a naloxone training and substance use education. Queens, we had a ribbon cutting for the new state-of-the-art surgical robot. We honored World Leprosy Day, a disease that many people have forgotten about, but there's still people who suffer from leprosy and need treatment. Metropolitan was redesignated a baby-friendly hospital. Our intensive care unit at Lincoln was recognized with the American Association of Critical Care Nurses Silver Beacon Award. We unveiled a new community mural at Harlem. Harlem also received the Scopie Award from the American College of Gastroenterology for its colon cancer outreach efforts. We celebrated the completion of our first ever solar power installation. We opened a new lifestyle medicine clinic at Elmhurst, and Seaview Hospital again celebrated honors as the top New York State nursing home of any public or private. And all of our skilled nursing facilities, including the one we're going to hear from today, Carter, are at the very top of the pack. We run amazing skilled nursing facilities. That's my report, Madam Chair.
Thank you so much, Dr. Katz. So I would like to take this time and thank you all. So before we move on to the presentations, I cannot thank you all enough and congratulate. Okay, we're going to give $10. And congratulate each of the facilities presenting here today for your commitment and prioritizing patient care and the awards that you have received. And I am so proud of all of you because all of you have received rewards, and a great big congratulations to all of you. Carter continues to earn a CMS 5-star rating and was named to Newsweek magazine Best Nursing Home lists. Ah, that's applause. That's applause. Ranking number 6 out of over 600 homes in the state. Kudos to you. Kudos. Carter was recently acknowledged as a high-performing facility for short-term rehab by U.S. News and Work Report. Wonderful. Kudos. Keep up the good work. I love it. I love it. Keep up the good work. East Gotham Health, East New York, underwent a Plane Tree certification, of which site received a bronze level certification in person center care. That's great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, East New York. We are very proud, and I know my Dr. Katz is proud, and the chair is proud. The board is proud when we could sit here and say that about our health care. Gotham, thank you again. Kings County and Queens successfully achieved a silver level certification for excellence in person center care from Plane Tree Institute. Thank you. Thank you, Kings County. Keep up the good work. Hall was also awarded certification for excellence in person center care by Plane Tree. We are very proud of your efforts to go through the very rigorous process of certification. I know that's a lot of work, so it is a lot of work, so that's why we're so proud. This shows your commitment to patient care, and we want to thank you and commend your efforts. I just have to throw in there, I was the chair of patient care, so I know what it is, and I know what it is to care for the patients, especially when you take it serious, and they appreciate it, and that's how you keep your good patients. So thank you, all of you. I also want to thank all the facilities for their response to the mask mandate that was updated in December. As you all are aware, a universal mandate went into effect on December 25th at our acute, post-acute, and Gotham sites. Thank you for all your cooperation, for adhering to the guidance of all times and enduring the safety of our staff, patients, and our community, which is so important. And I was saying, I went in the hospital, because you know I'm a hospital person. I went in and I was just proud to see that the mandate went through, that people was really wearing masks. So thank you. We will now hear from the 5, this is the fun part. This is the fun part right here. We will now hear from the 5 facilities presenting their verbal annual report. Each presentation, I want you to listen. I don't know who's going to keep this time. Each presentation is allotted 5 minutes. So I'm going to thank you in advance because I know you're going to keep that 5 minutes. Speak 5 minutes to all our speakers. I have to keep repeating that 5 minutes to all our speakers for their time and commitment to the system. And it is important because I know all of you have some good stuff. I know you have some good stuff and you want to show off, but 5 minutes. So today we're going to start with Miss LaShawn Henry.
Yep.
Hi, LaShawn Henry.
Hello. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. So I need my timekeeper. But no, LaShawn gonna keep that time. Y'all gonna keep that time, right?
I
Work
am.
together.
Okay, I like that. I like that.
So good evening, everyone. My name is LaShawn Henry. I'm the CAB chairperson of Henry J. Carter. Um, I'm going to start with equipment and infrastructure for our report. The nursing facility nursing facility did dialysis is fully licensed by the New York State Department of Health. Blood transfusion program expected to increase LTAC services to prevent lost billable days resulting from unplanned acute care hospitalizations. Carter has hired a blood bank director to oversee the transfusion services. We also have a nursing ventilator expansion project. Phase 1 will include converting 7 beds. Operating funds were made available following project quotes. Purchase orders for design and construction are in process. We have nursing facility telemetry. Philips installed telemetry equipment to enhance the cardiac rehab program. Patient safety and satisfaction. Patient safety and satisfaction is a continued priority for leadership, the CAB, and the staff. Throughout the most recent periods, Carter's overall rating remains high among our post-acute peers. Like Dr. Katz and Ms. Jackie Rowe mentioned earlier, in the nursing home, Carter continues to earn a CMS 5-star rating and was named to Newsweek magazine's Best Nursing Homes list, ranking number 6 out of over 600 nursing homes in the state. Carter was recently acknowledged as a high-performing facility for short-term rehab by U.S. News and Work Report. Frequent complaints by patients and residents. Overall, patient and residents' complaint remained low during the past year, and analysis identified the most common issues. That's delay of care and communication. We have an action plan. The action plan to address the delay of care plans will continue to be remodified based on patient-resident preference in care. To address communication, providers will continue to immediately contact the NOK upon every new admission, provide them updates, and share their direct contact numbers. In addition, every new admitted patient will be assigned the same provider until their discharge. Carter programs and plans. Carter's nursing aid certification program continues to go well. Since the program's inception in January 2022, to date, there have been 48 candidates. Of the 48 candidates, 29 are currently working on the units. Of the 29 candidates, 3 are awaiting to take the state examination. The program remains open to the community. We went out into the community to make sure everyone knew about this training program, and we were able to get 6 folks directly from the community who participated in this program, and we continue to work with people so that we can make sure that we get the local community to work in their community in Henry J. Carter. In 2024, we will continue moving forward with plans to open outpatient radiology and rehab service, which will include CT scans, ultrasound, and bone density in the hospital, while continue expanding our telemetry and ventilator services in the nursing facility. Carter recently celebrated its 10th anniversary, and we are excited about our strategic plans for 2024 and the positive impact our plans will have on the East Harlem community. We look forward to furthering the health and hospital's mission and ensuring Carter remains a premier post-acute care facility. The community advisory board members are excited about the expansion of additional services. We want to acknowledge and extend our gratitude to Carter's clinical and operational leadership for their tireless commitment to serving the healthcare needs of our neighborhoods as well as our strategic partners who help to amplify the impact of our work. Just to name a few, U.S. Congressman Honorable Adriano Espaillat, Manhattan Borough President Honorable Mark Levine, New York State Senator Cordell Clear, New York State Assembly, the Honorable Inez Dickens, New York State Assembly Edward Gibbs, the council member Diana Ayala, Henry J. Carter Wheelchair Charities, Hank Carter, Henry J. Carter Auxiliary, Community Board 11, Uptown Grand Central, Carrie Key is the executive director, NYPD, FDNY, Niger Tenant Associations, and our CEO, Mr. Floyd Long. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. That's good. That's good. So, Mr. Chair, do you have any questions?
I don't have any questions, just accolades, great work, and I think the fact that you said 10 years, but you number 6, it's pretty impressive.
Very good. Dr. Katz is not here. Well, I have a few questions. Well, first, let me say, very good report. Thank you. And this is the stuff that we as board members, H&H, like to hear, that we are really doing good in our facilities. So, but one of the questions is, how is the families involved? If there is no family involved, what is the process you follow?
So there is family involvement. We have resident services and other committees that try to encourage the families to participate. One of the things that the CAB is doing this year is making sure that we not only get patients, but also their extended family members, because we feel that that's important. And, you know, to make sure that, you know, we can have all the administrative people talking about how great Henry Carter is, but when it really comes down to it, is how the patients feel and how their families feel. And that's one thing, that's our big priority.
Sure. Sure. If I can expound on that, some of the other areas that we're working on. One is expanding the family council. The family council, of course, is made up of family members, similar to our resident council. And they get to have a voice in the operations and the different special days and planning that would benefit the residents. On the clinical side, similar to Epic, we have Epic on the hospital side, and on the nursing facility side, we have Point Click Care as the medical record. So similar to my chart, we're establishing family access to the medical record information in Point Click Care. So they too can, when they want to know the lab values or the medications that the resident is on, similar to my chart and Epic, they will have that opportunity to, you know, do that from off-site at home or wherever they are in their personal lives. So we are looking to improve the communication, and then also have the families have a voice and through the family council as well.
Very good. Dr. Katz, you have any questions?
No questions, thank you.
Thank you.
So just let me say, you covered it so well, Miss Henry.
Thank you.
I don't really have any more questions. I just want to say, continue to work with the families and continue to get the message out there about Carter.
Yes.
Because people are still learning,
Yes.
you know, about Carter. And I sing it, tell it, shout it. And then you have so many people in the community. And I always put him on the spot because, you know, he's one of my favorite. He loved to talk about Carter is the best this, Carter is the best that. And we are just fortunate. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. So our next presenter is Mrs. Francis, how you pronounce it? Friends, I don't want to mess it up, so help me out.
Francisco.
Francisca. But I got
You
it.
did it. You did
I
it.
did it. I did it. Francisca Leopold.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Francisco Leopold, Kings County Cabs. With me today is our wonderful best CEO in the district, okay?
Okay.
First CEO in the district, Mr. McLeod.
Okay.
And the first vice chair, she will be presenting on behalf of Kings County this evening. Ms. Joan Bacadin.
Okay.
I go? All right. So good evening, everyone. Thank
And
so
you
much
know
for
it's
joining
5
us.
minutes, right?
25 because 3 of us. That works? Okay. So I am Joan Alexander Bacardine. I'm the first vice president and legislative committee chair for Health and Hospitals, Kings County. She kind of stole my stuff because I was presenting and bringing greetings on behalf of our CEO, Mr. Sheldon McLeod, and our chair, the community advisory chair, Ms. Francisca Leopold. I'm grateful for their leadership and for their continued unwavering support of the staff and patients of our phenomenal hospital. So I absolutely had to say that. So as we head to the second, okay, so that's the first slide up. So Kings County seeks to provide the best medical service, care, and safe environment to all patients and staff. Leadership seeks multiple pathways to guarantee that the medical equipment is up to date and reliable while identifying and updating infrastructure to ensure robust, reliable, and consistent support services. There are updates on the slide that talks to us about infrastructure and equipment updates that are done in our C and D buildings. So I'll pause for a moment so that you can look at that. And as we move to the second slide, thank you so much. Please go ahead. Yep. We talk about highlights for building E, P, R, S, and T. And we look forward to the future as we are now and upcoming in 2024 and beyond for our medical equipment updates. So as you can see straight ahead, Kings County is focused. We're determined to make sure that our patients have the best care and that our staff are properly supported by leadership, by the Community Advisory Board, and those are the ways that we're doing it. As you can see, there's a picture talking about eye care. So as we move forward and look at patient satisfaction, who is changing these slides? You, well done. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So this one is, I prepared a bit of meat, so I'll be looking down, but you can look at the slide. So in 2023, Kings County experienced significant milestones in the area of patient satisfaction. We had 4 areas of focus in our 2023 Patient Experience Strategic Plan, and we successfully completed the rigorous process to become one of the recipients, as noted by Madam Chair, of the Silver Level Certification for Excellence in Person-Centered Care from Plaintree Institute. In our first attempt, I'll pause while you smile in that general direction. Okay. We take great pride in being acknowledged for our culture of partnership with patients, their loved ones, and the surrounding community in providing exceptional care to all. As we look at patient satisfaction, our patient satisfaction surveys reflect the benefits of this partnership. In 2023, our patient satisfaction scores improved in the areas of staff responsiveness, staff collaboration with patient care, and overall care provider and patient behavioral health scores. We have enhanced our patient advocacy services to maintain 24/7 access to assistance and improve language access services for patients with preferred languages that are other than English. So everything I'm saying here is on that slide. So I just want to make sure that I highlight the most important parts, yeah? So as we go to the issues impacting our community, I'll pause. So the next slide, please. Perfect. Our patient, our staff, and community outreach has aided us in understanding the issues impacting the local community, such as socioeconomic concerns, public safety, mental health, and equitable access to resources. We will leverage the insights shared about these challenges to continually improve our services. And as we go to this slide, this is my favorite slide. So this one I'm gonna take a couple minutes, okay? So on behalf of our CEO, Mr. McLeod, his staff, my CAB chair, our executive committee, and membership, as I bring this presentation to a conclusion, I pause to say a special thank you to our ongoing support, for your ongoing support of our human-centered care, treatment, and services provided to our patients. We thank the Office of Communications and Public Affairs, Congresswoman Yvette D. Clarke, go ahead, you said, okay. Borough President Antonio Reynoso, Assembly Member Brian Cunningham, Senator Zelnor Myrie, Council Member Rita Joseph, Council Member Mercedes Narcisse, Kings County Community Advisory Board Executive Leadership, our members, our auxiliary, our hospital police, and our community partners in general. So if you would join me in giving them a celebratory round of applause. Thank you so much. This allows you to give me a round of applause because I'm done.
5 minutes, you're good, girl. Mr. Chair, you have any questions?
Great report, and mostly just thinking about how we address the challenges that were pointed out, like it's, the one that caught my eye was the one about crime and the perceptions of crime and how do you deal with that, whether you provide a service and how do you help the community deal with that. So,
So your question is, how do we help to deal with it?
I guess I'm pointing out that finding solutions to these items that you mentioned is important. And the one about crime caught my eye because you were, the slides, you talk about longtime residents feeling safe and not feeling safe anymore.
So I'll be proud
Wondering-
to allow
I'm
our
wondering-
our
I'm wondering-
CEO to address
yeah.
that, because we've got many great plans in position already. Sir?
Dr. Pagani, that's a great question, and it's a multi-pronged approach in that we work with our local hospital police and our local surrounding precincts to ensure that the patients feel safe and the staff feel safe. Just today, we talked about what hospital police is doing on the campus as far as ensuring staff safety and patient safety. I'm not sure if you heard about something called a birdie. It's a device we use to give out to staff, so if they feel threatened, they detach it. It makes a very piercing sound. It alerts other people around this there's an event taking place. As far as the campus itself, we're 44 acres. So that's a huge space to cover. And we do an amazing job patrolling that area, again, in conjunction with NYPD to ensure that, again, the public feels safe and our staff feels safe. But it's an ongoing process every single day.
Thanks.
Thank you so much, Dr. Katz.
I think it's a great report and a wonderful hospital. I think it's important because this is a community meeting to talk a little bit about the announcements by SUNY and the state concerning University Hospital and make sure that everybody understands how we think about the issue. So there is University Hospital, which is a hospital of the Downstate Medical Center. Downstate is a very important part of New York City and Brooklyn. Downstate trains a large number of physicians, and they are people from the community. They represent our patient populations. They tend to stay in New York. The medical school is incredibly important. The medical school always needed multiple hospitals for its students and its residents. So Kings County has hosted a large number of the medical students and residents, as does Maimonides and University Hospital. The problem is that University Hospital was built in 1966 and has had extreme problems of flooding and humidity issues which prevent the operating rooms from functioning. And the hospital is now much smaller in terms of the number of patients than what it used to be. So it's already had implications for Kings County, which is busier than it's ever been. And we believe that part of that is the closure of Kingsborough, and part of it is fewer people are going to University Hospital, and they're instead voting with their feet and going to Kings County because of the known physical challenges of the facility. What has changed, none of that part is new information. What's changed is that the state university that runs Downstate has said that they have looked into plans and it would cost $3 billion to build a new university hospital and $4 billion to fix the existing building. And I don't think anybody feels that if you had $4 billion to spend on improving healthcare in central Brooklyn, your first thing would be to build another hospital if there's a hospital across the street. On the other hand, Kings County is already busy, and there is no possibility that at this moment we could take 100 more medical surgical patients. This is not physically possible. We are looking at what we could do if the hospital closes, because the most important thing is to make sure that if it does close, that the patients themselves are not hurt. We think that there are some things that we could do to create more space at Kings County and to inherit some of the existing staff of University Hospital through our affiliation agreement. But in any arrangement, people would also need to go to Maimonides or to one of the other Brooklyn hospitals. There's no room for everybody. But I think the thing that's most important, and we want to make sure people see, is the decision about the closure of University Hospital is not ours. That will either happen or it won't happen. We're not trying to make it happen. We have more than enough patients to take care of now. But on the other hand, we want to be involved that if it is going to close, we don't want it to close one day and find 100 people needing admission waiting on the front doorstep of Kings County. We want to be involved in what would be the solution. How would people be distributed? So I know as the CAB representatives in part of the discussion about University Hospital, SUNY will be talking to you and asking you, and at least from Health and Hospitals' point of view, we're here to help. We're not here, we don't favor ever the closing of hospitals, but we understand the realities of $4 billion. And this is not, it's not a sum of money that's going to happen. And so then we have to be realistic about what can happen. And we are talking to people to figure out what would be the best role for Kings County to play going forward. And if you have thoughts now or in the future, we'd like to hear them. Sheldon has already begun talking with his colleagues at University Hospital to make sure that, again, our central concern will always be the patients, making sure that people don't go without care.
Thank you so much, Dr. Katz. Thank you. So I have a few questions and comments. Great report. She did it in 5. She did it in 3 minutes. But great report. So first of all, I would like to acknowledge the extensive infrastructure improvements and upgrades and enhancements to the facility listed in the report. So again, congratulations. Good job.
Very good job.
So my question is, can you please let us know what is contributing to the wait time in the ED and ambulatory care? I know you talked a little bit about it. And what do the wait time look like? What do the wait time look like?
I'll take that, thank you. Madam Chair, thank you for the question again. So the wait times in the ED and the influx of patients, as Dr. Katz rightfully said, is totally impacted at this point in time by the closure of Kingsbrook. So the patients who were normally going to Kingsbrook are now migrating and choosing by choice to come to the county. The plan initially was to have those patients stay within the One Brooklyn network, but that has not come to pass. What's happening is they're using us as their home, their new medical home. That being the case, on any given day right now, for the past, I would say 3-4 months, we have between 60 to 70 dwellers. That means those are patients who are admitted, who don't have a bed upstairs because we are saturated with the patients upstairs in med-surg, ICU, and what have you. So what we are doing is looking, as Dr. Katz-Gaines said, looking at immediate fixes we can implement in the next 3, 6, 9 months to address the issues in the ED and in the med-surg spaces. All right, we're having conversations with our partners here in facilities and central office to say we need an infusion of quick cash to do things that are sort of cosmetic to get this place and spaces up to snuff, bring the Department of Health in to certify them, and then move into those spaces. And obviously have plans for the long term to account for the continual increase in patients coming to us and to account for the patients that will probably be coming from SUNY Downstate as well.
Thank you so much. Well, just let me thank you. Thank you again, and thank you again. I love Kings County. Dr. Katz and I pictures in there, so you know. You know. It's a good thing. Just keep up the good work. And whatever it is, we're going to get it fixed and we're going to continue to make it one of the best. Thank you so much. Okay. Mr. Chair, you have Dr. Katz. So let's go to Woodhull. Okay. So Mrs. Barbara Williams.
Remember her, right?
Okay, we switch around a little bit. So we got okay, I'll do Queens. Yeah. You was getting nervous down there for a minute, huh? No.
Well, you will not be disappointed. Queens has shown up this evening, and
I'm sorry. Could I introduce you? Thank you so very much. I am proud to introduce Mrs. Robin Hoggins.
thank you. Well, Queens has shown up strong this evening. We have our CEO, Mr. Moores, here with us. We have the Associate Executive Director. I have my first vice chair. I have my third vice chair and several cab members.
Oh, you deep, girl.
Oh,
5
yeah,
minutes.
we
5
rolling
minutes.
deep tonight. We rolling deep. We rolling deep because we got a powerful presentation, some information we'd like to share.
Okay.
So from our report of January 9th of 2024, there have been several things that have been taking place at Queens Hospital. I'm going to start with the equipment and infrastructure. Currently, we have in place a master plan initiative. It's going to happen over the next 5 to 10 year period. And what we're hoping from this master plan that it does for the hospital is that it increases inpatient bed capacity, ambulatory care capacity, construct a much-needed parking lot which will accommodate the staff, the visitors, the patients, because currently now we are quite tight and often run out of space. So we're hoping that the master plan initiative will do all of that for us. With regard to the in-building home dialysis training center, we have 3,200 square feet of pool space, which is not currently being used. So we're talking about using that space in order to develop it into the home dialysis training center. We have a Queens retail pharmacy. And what we're planning to do with the retail pharmacy is that we're going to separate it into an outpatient, inpatient pharmacy, therefore also providing front-end OCT purchasing. Therefore, when a patient is diagnosed for whatever the reason may be, how serious or how simple, that they can get all of the things that they will need in order to improve their health in one space at that time. So when they go home, they are prepared for total health care. With regard to our equipment and infrastructure, we have the first robotic surgery performed. The hospital also had a public display last week regarding this piece of equipment. And what it's going to do for the hospital is that it's going to improve surgical procedures. It will increase the precision, the accuracy, and the recovery time will then be much faster than what it is at current. The interventional radiology suite renovation. We are currently existing in 580 square feet, and now it's going to be improved to 900 square feet with a new GE IR equipment system, which will improve the entire workflow. The MRI replacement and renovation. Once again, we're also going to increase that space with a new GE MRI. And what it's going to do is also the MRI safety zone and the reconfiguration of associate support spaces for the optimal overflow. We have patient safety and satisfaction. Queens Hospital has received a Leapfrog Hospital Patient Safety Grade Score B for the fall of 2023 and was one of the only 3 hospitals in the borough of Queens to earn an A or B grade. As you know, that survey consists of 22 national performance measurements, from CMS. As a result of that, we still moved on, and the patient experience and patient-centered care continues to be the top priority at Queens Hospital. In 2023, we received the Silver Certification in Patient-Centered Care by Plantry International. Worldwide, there are only 185 organizations that are Plantry certified and only 65 that received Silver designation, which you mentioned earlier, and we thank you for recognizing us for such. As part of our continuous improvement efforts, all services, lines, reviews, and data and comment from patient satisfaction surveys, they're taken seriously, and that's what we use to guide us in how we're moving forward. Our success includes ambulatory care scores for recommended this provider's office increased from 85.9% in 2022 to 87.9% in 2023. Emergency department overall scores increased from 75.9 in 2022 to 76.2 in 2023. Inpatient behavioral health overall scores increased from 79.2% in 2022 to 86.8% in 2023. And that's very significant because we've almost had a 10% increase. And you know, within the hospital system, that's a great movement. Great. The outpatient behavioral health overall score increased from 80.6% in 2022 to 88% in 2023. So with regard to patient safety and satisfaction, we are really making it our top priority. Frequent complaints by patients, and which you know we take complaints very serious. So in the calendar year of 2023, Queens Hospital received 70 complaints, which happened to have been a decrease from 2022 by 2.8%. During that same time period, there were 76 grievances. And there is a team that's in place that investigate and come up with resolutions as to what's going wrong and as to how to fix it and to resolve those issues or concerns. Our accomplishments for 2023. We had almost a flawless Joint Commission review in April of 2023. Our nurses, prestigious Pathway to Excellence designation, and they are currently on a mission to earn magnet status. The hospital received a B grade for patient safety from Leapfrog Group in fall of 2023. Our patient experience team, the hospital achieved a silver designation for person-centered care from Plantry International for its commitment of enhancing the staff, patient, and family experience in healthcare settings. The intensive care unit joined with the group of ICUs across the country that have received the Gold Level Beacon Award for Excellence. The hospital also has received designation in the top 100 safety net hospitals by the Lone Group for Social Justice. Queens Hospital was also recognized by U.S. News and World Report in its annual Best Hospitals list for high performance in heart failure and diabetes. Taking our community into effect, the issues that impact the community, I'm going to highlight them at current and just some of them. The hospital's primary stroke center was the Get the Guidelines poster winner. It was the work for exploring reasons for prolonged arrival from last known well in stroke patients. Also achieved advanced certification as the primary stroke care center by the Joint Commission in January of 2023. Emergency Department received accreditation as the Geriatrics Emergency Department Bronze Level for the American College of Emergency Medicine for July of 2023.
Good.
Received Leaders Designation status in 2024 Healthcare Equality Index Survey on October of 2023.
1 minute.
The challenges continue to focus on the staff wellness initiative of COVID-19, the pandemic, the HR3 wellness team, coordinating events and activities for employees, including the recent of the new wellness rooms that are in place. And often if staff is stressed at any given point in time, that wellness center could actually go to them. So it's not always that they got to remove themselves. I'd like to acknowledge, we would like to extend our gratitude to New York City Health and Hospital Queens, the clinical operational leadership, and their tireless commitment to serving the community and the healthcare needs of our neighbors in Southeast Queens. Giving that also, we recognize Congresswoman Ming, Congressman Meeks, Queensborough Richards, President Richards, New York State Senator Comrie, New York State Senator Liu, New York State Senator Sanders, New York State Assembly Member Rizzo, New York State Assembly Member Hyman, New York State Assembly Member Welpern, City Council Speaker Adams, City Council Member Gennaro, City Council Member Williams, and City Council Member Brooks Powers. And we thank you for hearing our successes for
And
what we
we
have done in
thank you too.
2023.
Thank you so much. Very well done. Went a little over, but that's all right. Very well done. Mr. Chair.
No, just great, and I want to see that Da Vinci machine one of these days.
Dr. Katz?
I love that Neil at the gala to support Queens said that his goal would be that Queens Hospital would be the best community hospital in the whole country. And I think they are on their way.
Well, just let me say, I'm proud again of all of you for caring about our community and our patients. I'm happy to see the opening of the Wellness Center for staff, because they really need that. While taking care of patients, we also want to take care of ourselves. Very important. Our workers and each other. As a H&H family, we just want to thank you so very much. Thank you. Now we have, are they here? Yes, they are. Mrs. Williams, Mrs. Williams. Miss Hogan, where is she?
She did.
Is she here?
Yeah, she did already.
Barbara's here for doing Woodhall.
Oh, okay. Girl.
How did you not remember?
That's all. So we're gonna do East New York. Okay, East New York.
Okay, I'm
Not
here.
you. We gonna give it East New York. Are you ready?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes, thank you. Good evening, everyone. Thank you. I'm Vera Gibbs, here on behalf of Gotham Health, East New
Okay.
York. Let me acknowledge Charmaine Valentine, leadership representative, who will field any questions you might have, and liaison Lillian Himes, who does a good job of keeping us in check.
I'm sorry,
Yes,
Mrs. Vera Gibbs.
Vera Gibbs.
You all have to say your name, girl.
I did, didn't I?
No, I have to say your
Oh, you
name
have to
because
say my
I
name.
just want that honor. I just want that
My
honor. Okay, okay.
Okay. So I'm Vera Gibbs, the current CAP chair at East New York. Okay, Gotham Health would like to share with you that their response to the COVID-19, during the COVID-19 pandemic, the Gotham Health East New York site offered COVID-19 testing and vaccinations to our patients and the surrounding Brooklyn community. We continue to encourage our patients to obtain the primary COVID-19 vaccine series. We encourage staff and patients to receive the latest monovalent booster. On the East New York campus, we adhere to New York City Health and Hospitals infection control protocols regarding personal protective equipment. A persistent number of staff continues to be unavailable for work due to illness, both from COVID-19 and the onset of the 2023-2024 influenza season. Gotham Health East New York underwent a Plane Tree certification. The site received a bronze level certification in person-centered care on 7/2023. Plane Tree certification will be maintained for the next 3 years. East New York is one out of 178 countries in the world to certify for Plane Tree. The facility continues to bridge the gap in care by working alongside patients in order to better co-design healthcare. East New York was awarded a total of $1.6 million in capital funding from New York City Council members Charles Barron and Sandy Nurse. These were for improvements to HVAC, electrical, and lighting infrastructure to optimize efficiency and create a more sustainable health center. New York State Senator Roxanne Persaud awarded East New York with 2 grants. One, $100,000 for new furniture in patient waiting areas, and 2, $110,000 for upgrades to the main entryway and exterior lighting. East New York is slated to roll out a new Hologic 3D mammography unit in January 2024. Long wait time continues, and this is because of staffing challenges. There is no COVID testing access for non-patients. East New York provides non-patients with local resources to assist with getting access to testing. Walk-ins and unscheduled appointments do result in scheduling challenges. We are working closely with our scheduling team to identify the best appointments available. For urgent matters, other options are usually recommended. We continue to monitor our Press Ganey scores and respond to negative feedback in a timely manner. We aim to have each patient have the positive experience. We aim to increase our response rates by collecting real-time patient feedback before patients are checked out. This will allow us an opportunity to deliver any service, if any are needed, as well as highlight great work that staff perform. The issues that are impacting the community served by our facility are the COVID-19 and influenza, chronic diseases such as diabetes and hypertension, obesity, and behavioral health challenges. With the support of our Community Advisory Board and the Community Affairs team, we continue to build on Gotham Health East New York's long-standing reputation as a trusted care provider to Brooklyn's most underserved communities. We accomplish this through active participation in community events, promoting health education and awareness in the neighborhoods who need it most. The following are a few community-based highlights: National HIV Testing Awareness, Miss Teen Brownsville Health Education Seminar, Medicaid Recertification Event, Resource Fair, Back to School Giveaway, Halloween Reading and Book Giveaway, World's AIDS Year Event, Maxwell High School Nursing Students Facility Tour, and a holiday toy giveaway, and we have the pictures to prove it. Okay, you can go through them.
Beautiful.
All right. You saw all the pictures? Okay. We would like to thank East New York's clinical and operational leadership for their tireless commitment to serving the healthcare needs of our neighborhoods in East Brooklyn, as well as our strategic partners who help to amplify the impact of our work. Brooklyn Borough President, Honorable Antonio Reynoso, New York State Senator, Honorable Roxanne Persaud, New York City Council Member, Honorable Charles Barron, New York City Council Members, Honorable Sandy Nurse, and last but not least, New York City Council Member, Honorable Darlene Neely. Thank you for listening.
And thank you so much. So I would just like to say I'm happy to see everybody's just working so hard to get things done. and continue the good work. Continue the good work. Mr. Chair,
Second what he said.
Dr. Katz?
Someday we're gonna get them a new facility.
Dr. Katz, can you repeat that, please?
Someday we're going to get you a new facility. We recognize that East New York is one of the facilities that most needs to be replaced. And I have already had conversations. We haven't yet found the right opportunity, but I'm on the idea.
Thank you, Dr. Katz.
Thank you.
And once again, thank you all. Now, I'm here to my lady. Yes, I remember you. Miss Barbara Williams from Woodhall.
Thank you, everyone. Can you hear me? Okay, my voice is kind of soft, so I want to make sure it carries. Okay, I want to bring greetings from Mr. Caliste, who unfortunately couldn't be here this evening, but I am joined by Jessica Rocho.
Jessica.
And it's my honor to be able to share with you a roadmap of the work that Woodhull Hospital is doing. As for the infrastructure and equipment, in January 2023, we launched the Da Vinci surgical program. And we've been focusing on urology, bariatrics, general surgery, as well as GYN. And what we've seen is improvements in shorter hospital stays, fewer complications, less pain, and less blood loss. We also are proud that we have installed new turnstiles in the lobbies. And what that does is control who is getting access to the facility. And it increases safety not only for our staff, but also for our patients as well. As far as FEMA funding, we are seeking FEMA funding. As you know, last year we faced a severe weather event, and we were very successful in getting the hospital back open. But it's important to know that it's important to have funding for facility resilience and preparedness in case we ever have this happen again. What is nice is that we are fixing the inoperable nurse bells that they have in the systems with a plan to replace the system as soon as possible. We have a list of decanting projects that we're working on, and I have to say that these project areas were upgraded to improve the quality of patient care directly and indirectly. So you see here we worked on pediatrics, outpatient chemical dependency. One of these projects, which is near and dear to my heart, is the hemodialysis. Any of you who have family members who have gone to hemodialysis, you know that outside the hospital, the centers are not always the best. So we upgraded so they have a comfortable place to get their care. But what we really want to highlight is that parts of the 9th and 10th floors will be occupied by the Correctional Health Department, and then so all those programs that are currently there are being relocated to other hospital areas. Next. Patient experience. Woodhull Hospital now provides patient-centered care, and so we were one of 7 acute sites who partnered with Plaintree International to get the accreditation, right? And so we had our lived experience, and validation was held September 19th to the 21st, and we received certification on November 29th. And this gave us an opportunity to create an executive steering committee, which meant that the patients, the family members, the frontline staff, all the way up to leadership were able to participate in this. And because we did this, we looked at the Press Ganey results, and we saw an increase in patient satisfaction. So inpatient, the rate the hospital went up. Medicine practice, recommend this provider went up as well. We were able to look at enhancing communications, and now we're offering workshops to our staff as well. So we always want to keep improving what we're doing, right? And we're also working on developing our partnerships. So we reinstated the Patient Family Advisory Council, also known as PFAC. And they have great meetings I've attended, so they're wonderful. And also we have the Care Partner Program, which was piloted for the surgical unit. last year. And what this does is it helps to create a partnership between the patients, their family members, and the physicians. Now, we all know the saying, happy wife, happy life, right? So that can be said about when you have employees as well. So we want to make sure that they're happy and healthy in order to take care of the patients. And so what we did was we created a workforce wellness program. And as you can see from the pictures here, we have a wellness room. Okay, and so the whole bottom line is that we need to provide emotional support, we need to decrease stress, and promote overall staff wellness. Okay. We all know that there's going to be complaints, right? But we see it as an opportunity to do better. Okay. We see it as an opportunity to do better. So we looked at 2022, and we saw that most of the complaints were related to property. And so what we did, we took the opportunity to build out a system. Okay. And so here's a list of things that we have done. It's from a property task force to making changes in policies and just making sure that there are 2 people on site when vouchering valuables as well as having HP present when there's $250 or more being taken in. As you can see on the left, this is how we were acknowledged because of all the great work we've done, and we'll continue to build out by the Lifestyle Medicine Program, which was launched in November 2023. But finally, I have to say that we do have challenges because, you know, when you get older, like your body, things need repairs, right? You had to go for checkups, and we're maintaining the facility and to make sure that we can give help to the patients that are in need. And we also have vacant positions that need to be filled. They are approved to be backfilled, but it remains difficult to recruit for certain titles.
Thank you.
Okay, and these are our acknowledgements of all the electeds. Okay, and so the borough president, Reynoso, Congresswoman Velasquez, Congressman Jeffries, Senator Salazar, Senator Brisport, Senator Parker, Assemblymember Zinnerman, Assemblywoman Davila, Assemblywoman Gallagher, Councilmember Chiosei, Councilmember Gutierrez, Councilmember Wessler, Councilmember Nurse, and the advisory board as well as the auxiliary.
Thank you so very much. Great report. And I just want to say congratulations. We compliment you on the workforce wellness and events and programs that you're doing. Everyone, thank you. This was our last report. I want to give everyone a hand and keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. Always know that we are here for you and here to work with you. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Are there any old goodness, new goodness? Well, I hereby say, I can't believe I got through it. Thank you so much for working with me and getting me through this. And I just want to take the time to thank our wonderful, wonderful Calethea and her team for just continuing to do a good job and keep us in shape and keep us presenting to you and sitting here hearing the care of our patients. Thank you, Calethea.
Thank you.
Okay. Meeting adjourned, everybody.
This meeting is no longer being recorded.